Hello everyone, I'm Jeroen Famaey from IMEC in Belgium, and I'm the project coordinator of the AMBIENT-6G project, which aims to move towards standardized 6G connectivity for ambiently powered energy neutral IoT devices. And the idea for the project was born from a trend that we've been seeing, and which has also been identified by Europe in their Internet of Things policy, which is that we see a growing number of smart edge devices that collect and process information locally, so at the far edge, rather than sending all the data to the cloud. And these devices are mostly powered by batteries. And this is causing an issue, which was also studied by the Enables project, which predicted a few years ago that by 2025, so by this year, there will be more than 78 million batteries dumped into the environment every day worldwide due to IoT, discarded IoT devices. And of course, the problem is broader than that, because it's not only the batteries, it's also the electronics and PCBs and all this e-waste that ends up in the environment. So the motivation of the project is to do something about this problem and to develop new solutions for IoT that are energy neutral. So that don't rely on primary batteries, but that rely on ambiently harvested energy or RF wireless power transfer, and that use capacitors or supercapacitors in case of batteryless devices, or rechargeable batteries, alternatively, to store energy. And this will allow these devices to have a much longer lifetime and energy autonomy. And within the project, we are considering both active devices that can actively communicate using an active radio, or passive devices that make use of backscatter for communication. And this need was not only identified by our project, but also by standardization bodies. And for example, 3GPP, and now in release 18, will start a standardization of ambient IoT, which is a new device category with much lower power consumption in the order of microwatts to milliwatts than, for example, current IoT standards in 3GPP like NB-IoT, which consume up to hundreds of milliwatts of power. Our consortium consists of 11 partners in 6 EU countries, nicely spread, having both large companies, 3 large companies, 3 SMEs, and 5 academic institutes, so universities and research centers. And we have broad expertise going all the way from hardware, so semiconductors, also device components, and both hardware and software, network design and wireless communications, as well as the applications running on top of the devices. And the overall objective of our project is to design, prototype, validate, and standardize new hardware and software technologies for intelligent, AI-enabled energy-neutral devices, as well as the network infrastructure that will be needed to connect them, because current wireless and mobile network technologies are not suitable for these very low-power energy-neutral devices that rely on energy harvesting. And this is translated into 6 specific smart objectives, and the first one being the design of a holistic architecture for energy neutral devices, comprising both the hardware and software, and looking at different use cases and both passive and active devices. The second one is designing new connectivity technologies, protocols for secure and lightweight 6G connectivity. The third one is looking more at the intelligence on the devices and the software, developing low power AI techniques that can run on device, on the edge, and in the cloud, and that are coordinated across these different areas, that are also energy aware based on the energy that can be harvested by the devices at different points in time. We will develop several proof of concept implementations, so we will create hard and software device proof of concepts and also develop 4 demonstrators. We will contribute to standardization. I already mentioned 3GPP ambient IoT standardization, but we'll also go beyond that. For example, IEEE is now developing an ambiently powered Wi-Fi standard that we will also contribute to. And finally, since this is a new type of device that will enable new use cases and business models, we'll also study those and identify the ones that are most relevant to the European landscape. So here you see the main concept behind AMBIENT-6G. So first innovation area are the devices themselves. So we'll develop circuits for energy neutral devices. This encompasses new energy harvesting solutions and power management circuits for harvesting energy, storing energy, and optimally using this energy, but also circuits for RF wireless power transfer, for backscatter and wake-up radios. And then we'll extend this with the second innovation area, which is the network architecture and protocols. And there we'll develop secure communication protocols that are energy aware and that are lightweight, so they don't require a lot of signaling overhead, as this is not suitable for very low power devices with a very small power budget. And finally, the third innovation area is focused on the intelligence of the devices, where we look at the cloud edge device continuum, looking at federated and distributed learning approaches, so we can process data or pre-process data on these energy neutral devices, but also communicate with the edge and the cloud for further more energy consuming processing tasks. And we'll also look at the operations of the devices, looking at computational offloading, energy aware device operations, including scheduling of application tasks, but also energy aware data transmission and over-the-air updating of machine learning models for on-device learning. So our work plan, you can see here, it's focused around three main technical work packages, which are linked to the three innovation areas. So work package 2 is on energy neutral device technologies, focusing mostly on hardware, but also looking at the software of the devices. Work package 3 looks at the network protocols and infrastructure, designing new network protocols, but also looking at security aspects and at protocols needed and infrastructure needed for wireless power transfer. And work package 4 looks at the computing aspects, applications, and also the energy aware distributed AI. Then this is supported by project management and ethical requirement work packages. Work package 5 focusing on use cases, proof of concepts, and demonstrators. And finally, work package 6, where we look at standardization and realization of the impact, developing of new business models, and so on. This was a quick overview of AMBIENT-6G. If you want to learn more about the project, you can visit our website, where there's already quite some information available. So thank you very much.